Very good morning, children. Yesterday only we have discussed about the coordination introduction, and in that we have discussed about the points so many needed for this lesson. About stimuli also we have discussed, definition of coordination we have discussed, and today introduction about the nervous system. So what are the five main parts of the nervous system? The neural system. The nervous system consists of mainly neurons or nerves, and the brain, spinal cord, and sensory organs. These are the main parts involved in human being body. And one more thing, only four I told you, na. So brain, spinal cord, sensory organs, and nerves. One more thing, can you guess? Yesterday only we have discussed the one more part, one more organ in this nervous system is muscle, Nana. Muscles are the one more organs. So based on that muscles we have an activity. So how our muscles are responding according to stimuli. That is this activity. And then the structure of nerve cell I want to start today. So structure of nerve cell today we are going to take for our discussion. So in 9th class also you have this structure of, in the nerve tissue we have discussed about the structure, nervous tissue. So on that basis, once again we have structure of nerve cell here. So these are the labels. So these are small projections. Two types of projections are there. So one long stem-like projection is axon, and small projections. So each and every nerve cell contains two types of projections, fine projections. One small type of projections are called dendrites, and the long stem-like structure is called axon. So this is exactly in humans, according to that observation of the scientist, it is maybe a foot size. It can be a foot size. Foot size means how much you can guess, like that. Foot size maybe it is. So and here we have small projections called dendrites. So what is the function of the dendrites? These are very small projections while compared to the axons, and these are connect the cell to one nerve cell to another nerve cell, to the axon or to the axon. So for example like this. So dendrites connect that cell to another cell also sometimes like this, and or else this is connected through axon to another cell. The one nerve cell may connected through dendrites sometimes. Here dendrites and here dendrites are connected like that to another nerve cell, or else through axon it is connected to another nerve cell. Dendrites of the another nerve cell, like that the connections may be like this. So like that this is giving connection through projections, and the small projections of the cell are dendrites, and the long stem like projection is axon, which is again having axon terminal. It is containing synapses, knob like, yes, knob, knob like synapses, and through this another nerve cell may connected, or else direct dendrites are connected to another nerve cell. So like that this gives connection to the another nerve cell to one cell. And the what is the main function of the dendrite? So dendrite that receive electrical message from the another cell, and these messages come into the basic forms excitator and inhibitory. That means excitator means going exhalation, inhalation type, taking in or giving out, like that. So dendrites passing or receiving, giving or receiving electrical messages to another cell. From another cell may it will take into means here inhibitory, excitator means giving to another cell, passing to another cell electrical signals through dendrites. So like that dendrites are taking part in the nervous system. And coming to the next part, Nissel's granules, Nissl granule, NISSLS, Nissls granules. So about that also I want to explain you now. So what is the function of the Nissl granule in this? So which are the substances or materials found in the neurons? Which are the substances or materials found in the neurons? These are rough endoplasmic reticulum. You know about this rough endoplasmic reticulum. You studied in the Ninth class, cell structure and the functions lesson. Rough endoplasmic reticulum, about that you have studied. And under that, ribosomes. Yes, what are the ribosomes present in there? In that lesson, ribosomes are useful for protein synthesis. That you have studied there. So like that only, these NISIL granules are useful for protein synthesis inside of the cell body. So here this is the cell body, Nana. Inside of the cell body we have nucleus and NISILs granules, the small dots. So these are the substances or materials useful for protein synthesis. So these all are comes under rough endoplasmic reticulum. So protein synthesis useful is there for this, and protein synthesis is responsible by ribosomes. That means NISILs granules contain ribosomes which are useful for protein synthesis. And about the nucleus, actually what is the function of the nucleus in all the cells? So cell nucleus is useful for containing genetic information. Yes, genetic information it contains. So here genetic information for reproduction is not useful, because except nerve cells all are reproducible. Nerve cell is only for lifelong, only one cell for lifelong. It is not reproducible. It exists for lifetime. So no destroying of the cell and no reproduction of the cell. Regeneration is not there in the nerve cells. Except nerve cell, all are reproducible. So here coming to the nucleus, what is the function of the nucleus? It is the brain of the cell. That you know, it is the brain of the cell which controls. So which is membrane bounded here, membrane bounded cell only. Nucleus is membrane bounded nucleus here, and it acts like brain of the neuron. So it coded production of the proteins. It gives coded production of the proteins within the cell. Coded production means how the information, brain means how the codes. So different electrical signals, that electrical impulses are coming to the cell. So at that time here internal brain of the neuron is nucleus. Internal brain, again it will code that information which are proteins generated in this cell. It will taking part in that. The responsibility of nucleus is to coded production of the proteins. So whatever the information produced inside the each and every nerve cell, this nucleus acts like a brain to the nerve cell individually. And the cell body is the thing which contains all the nucleus and NISILs granules inside, which gives storage, nest like, okay, cell body. Non-process portion only, no process is there for cell body, but it gives drays. What are the drays? Meaning is nest in the form of a mass. It gives mass to the nervous. Each and every nerve, it gives mass, some space to store nucleus and NISIL granules. So like that, it is useful, cell body. But it is not taking place any process, not taking action in that process, but it is giving space in the form of mass to the nucleus and NISIL granules. Give some mass to the nerve. And coming to the Schwann cell. So cells, these are the cells. These are also called as glial cells, Nana. That means these are not comes under nervous cells. Not comes under central nervous system and not comes under peripheral nervous system. What is central and peripheral? Two terms teacher is using here. What are those? Central nervous system includes brain and spinal cord. And peripheral nervous system includes the nerves which are outside of the brain and spinal cord. So two types we have. And autonomous nervous system also I told you yesterday. Autonomous nervous system means the nerves which are outside of the brain, the controlling of that system. So the nervous system individually controls those nerves outside of the brain. Inside of the central nervous system are under the control of the brain. And outside of the brain also under control of nervous system due to that autonomous nervous system. What are the functionalities? We'll discuss afterwards. So here coming to these Schwann cells, these cells are not related to the nervous system, but these are useful for myelin sheath production. Myelin production. So what is that myelin? It is a fibrous content, Nana. If that fibrous content present, those are myelin sheath coated. myelin coated like that. Myelin sheath is there. Some cells, axon, some parts are not in the entire axon, some parts are myelin sheath contained and some are not contained. So Scavens cells form myelin sheath. So sheath is not continuous. Sometimes the sheath axons are covered with a myelin sheath. Axon entirely covered with myelin sheath, but some places it is not present. So breaks are there in that myelin sheath. Where the breaks here? These Ranvier nodes. Yes, nodes of Ranvier. So in these places myelin sheath cutted. So like this break gaps will come. So these myelin sheath content sometimes present and sometimes not present. Due to this Scavens cells, that myelin production and non-myelin production fibers. So peripheral nerve fibers are produced by these Scavens cells, and both myelinated and unmyelinated also. Due to that production only the entire process happens. So these cells are responsible for production of myelin sheath. Okay, myelin sheath and unmyelin sheath also. Myelinated cells and myelinated axons, unmyelinated axons, like that. Some part of the axon contains myelinated sheath and some part not contains. Here they have given myelin sheath. So about that also we'll discuss now. So next one is axon. Yes, axon. Long stem-like projection. Long stem-like projection is axon here, and that extends to different parts of our body called axons. That may be food size. And axon responsibility is it is behind the synapses. Behind the synapses means here these are the synaptic knobs, and behind this we have axon, and which carries potential signals. Yes, action potential signals from one nerve cell body to another nerve cell body. So like that, this is the intermediate part between the two cells. The long stem-like part that sends action potential to another cell, next cell. Okay, children, up to axon we have discussed. Next one is node of Ranvier. What is the node of Ranvier? It is a gap between the one axon node to another axon node. What is the node? How these nodes are possible to separate? Some small gaps are there to separate this. So nodes of Ranvier are the gaps formed between myelin sheath. So here we have myelin sheath, and in between here myelin sheath absent. Okay, this is the part of axon which is unmyelinated. So myelin sheath is not there here. Here also not there. So these gaps, how these gaps are useful for jumping of signals from one node to another node. So this is dividing the axon into nodes. Nodes of Ranvier are dividing the axon into small nodes. So due to these gaps, electrical impulses along the axon will pass. So nodes of Ranvier allows the generation of fast electrical signals. So continuous movement is somewhat different, and jumping of signals from one node to another node, because here myelin sheath means it is insulating material, Nana. Myelinated means insulating material. So which is actually the axon is surrounded by myelin sheath. MYELIN, myelin sheath. So which is insulated material, so which interrupts the regular intervals. So insulator means insulator which stops the flow of active potentials. So why? Because the active potentials in this path only they will move because of this insulated covering of myelin sheath, which will stops the signals inside, and it is like railway track, Nana. How it will useful? The train will go in the track only. So like that it will give support to that axon structure. Yes, there is no way to jump away from this path to the electrical impulses. So myelin sheath is insulator which does not allow that electrical signals to out. So outside ki వెళ్ళిపోకుండా కంట్రోల్ చేస్తుంది myelin sheath. But ఈ controlling ఫాస్ట్ గా ఉండాలంటే గ్యాప్స్ మస్ట్ బి దేర్. Unmyelinated gaps must be there to jump the signals from one node to another node. So is it understandable to you? Myelin sheath is insulating part, insulatory sheath. So which will controls the electrical impulses in a track of axon. So these gaps are useful for jumping of the signals from one node to another node till the end of the axon. So up to here the electrical impulses will pass. Action potential signals also we can call. So then afterwards through synapses the functional, these are the functional regions, these are the axon terminals which are the projections from the axon, and then these synaptic knobs are functional regions, contact between two neurons where information from one neuron to another neuron transmitted from these knobs relayed another neuron. These mainly found in the brain, spinal cord and around the spinal cord. These synaptic knobs are always not present around the brain and the spinal cord, inside spinal cord and brain, these may be present. Synaptic knobs, and these are all the functionalities of the cell parts. Cell body is this. Yes, this is about the structure of nerve cell, and these are all the labels about these all. You got clear idea now. I have told you already this all parts. Yes, these all parts I explained you now. Is it clear for you? Dendrites and Nissel's granules, nucleus, cell body, Schwann cell, axon, nodes of Ranier, myelin sheath, which is the insulatory part, insulatory sheath, which controls the track, axon, the path of the electrical potentials, impulses. So action potential signals, path it will controls. So that is myelin sheath. So axon entirely not having myelin sheath. In some parts the myelin sheath is absent. Those parts are called Ranier nodes. So those nodes are also called as gaps. So gaps in between the myelin sheath, and those are useful for jumping of the signals from one node to another node fastly. Fast jumping of the signals. These are useful for that. For jumping of the signals, these are useful. So axon terminal, it is the end of an axon, end of axon, button-like and responsible for providing synapse between the neurons. So here buttons like synaptic knobs are there. So this is the terminal which contains specialized chemicals called neurotransmitters. So here specialized chemicals are present. Those are called neurotransmitters. Initially these are contained inside the synaptic vessels. So here in this button-like structures, some electrical chemicals. So some chemicals which are useful for neurotransmission. So these are also called as neurotransmitters. So actually in human being, these axon can be over a foot long. This size, long length of this axon may be a foot size sometimes. So Nissl granules are the materials found in neurons. These are rough endoplasmic reticulum which contains ribosomes useful for protein synthesis. Actually I told you each and every nervous system inside of the nerves, proteins are generated as electrical impulses. Proteins are generated. Due to that proteins only muscles will be active. So that also I told you. So that protein generation is possible inside the nucleus due to this membrane bonded nucleus inside of the cell body. So cell body is the space in the form of mass which gives space to the muscle relaxation. Muscle relaxation, it is a space useful for that muscle relaxation. So cell body gives that space. Dreis, D-R-E-Y-S, Dreis. So like that we can understand this all parts. So next class we'll go through with stimulus to response. So different types of neurons. Neurons are sensory neurons, all neurons, sensory, motor neurons, and the association nerves and reflex arc we'll discuss tomorrow. Thank you for nice class with you.